How's it going, everyone? This is the American Foot Channel, and it has happened again. Real Madrid has lost to Barcelona, this time in La Copa del Rey final this last Saturday. Real Madrid in a very ugly loss at the end of extra time. Very ugly for multiple reasons, not even just a result. It was not a nice one. If you're a Real Madrid fan like myself, whether you're in Spain or here in the States or anywhere in the world, this one will sting because of the way it ended. Very ugly finish to the game. But before we even get to that, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. But anyways, yeah, guys, so Copa del Rey final, Real Madrid versus Barcelona. Just a quick summary of the game. Barcelona goes up 1-0. They're just on top of Real Madrid. They're just going at them. They have them against the ropes. Real Madrid eventually equalizes in the second half with a free kick from Mbappe, probably on the keeper, on Chesney, but still good free kick, comes off the post, goes in, goal. And then eventually Real Madrid get the 2-1 lead with a Tchouaméni goal, who I did not have that in my bingo card, was Tchouaméni scoring against Barca in a big Clasico game. But they get the goal off the corner, Tchouaméni makes it 2-1, you're like, oh wow, this is going to be it. Real Madrid is going to win this. They have turned it around because at this point, Real Madrid they had Barca against the ropes. Barcelona were not looking very good. They were looking pretty fragile, like they did against Borussia Dortmund, like they did in their last match. I'm blanking right now what team, but they're a team that's been kind of iffy over the last month. So you would thought, okay, Real Madrid, they've got this. They might even get a third. And they could have probably gotten a third. But then this big mistake happens from both Rudiger and Thibaut Courtois. Rudiger, granted, he was on one leg basically. That man was injured. He could barely even run. But there's a miscommunication in the long ball. Courtois comes out for it. Rudiger's going for it. Ferran Torres, out of all players, guys, Ferran Torres beats them to it. Goes around the keeper. He doesn't really have to go around him because Courtois had beat himself at that point. And then he puts it away. 2-2, 2-all, and then they are going into extra time. They go into extra time, and you're just like, crap. That could have been it. Now, both of these teams with lots and lots of miles on their legs from a very long season, a season that will not end for Real Madrid till later in the summer because they still have to do the Club World Cup. But anyway, so a long season, and then they go into extra time, and, lots of fouls, some controversies, offsides, almost everything except red cards at that point. So a bunch of that going around. And then literally 5 minutes left on the clock, there's this giveaway. I believe it's Luka Modric trying to give the ball to Brahim. Brahim, who came off the bench, by the way, so he should be fresher than a lot of these guys. A lot fresher than Koundé at this point. He just falls asleep. Koundé comes out of it. He wasn't even in the damn frame. He was out of the frame like this. Then he comes in. He gets that ball. It just rifles into the bottom right corner of Courtois' goal. And goal, Barca, 3-2. With 5 minutes to go, Real Madrid tries. They can't get anything. And then there's, I believe it's an offside call. Or it was a foul. I believe against Bellingham, who I thought had a good game. And then shit just happens. Shit goes crazy. And this is what I'm talking about, that they got ugly. So later on in the replay, because first you see a red card handed out to Rudiger. Then you see a replay. And this man, I don't know what he grabbed. I don't know if he grabbed like a water bottle or something. He threw it at the ref. I've never seen that in a game of this level, guys. You should not be throwing things at the ref. You shouldn't be touching the ref. You shouldn't be getting their face. I know it's frustrating because sometimes they may cause, honestly, that foul and a couple others. Maybe they were a little soft, but it wasn't anything too crazy. Because I'm just going to say I really had no issues with the ref. I think the ref did his job. There was that penalty call that he reversed on Asensio at the end of I forgot to mention this, at the end of regular time of the 90. That could have been it. He saw it was a clear dive by Rafinha when you look at it from a certain angle. Because originally it looked like a penalty, but no, it was a dive. Referee reverses it. So I had no issues with the ref. Yeah, some of the fouls were a little soft. Maybe he could let play go on. But anyway, so Rudiger just loses it. He throws something. He gets sent off. he's just yelling shit at the ref. You know, they have to, his eyes are like bulging out of his like face. The players have to literally tell him like, dude, get the hell out of here, because he would not leave. He would not leave the pitch. So that happens, and then the final whistle blows, and some more players go confront the ref while Barca celebrating. More red cards are handed out. There's a couple more players. I can't even remember at this point. They got a red card, so they'll be out for the next match, league match. And then, yeah, it was an ugly way to lose. It's a shame because this is a match where Real Madrid really fought. Like, this was not a blowout. This is, yeah, the first half wasn't very pretty, right? But it was not a really bad match by Real Madrid. They fought. They went toe-to-toe with Barca, who've been the better team this season. It was just a, lack of concentration, a mistake, two mistakes really, that led to the equalizer and then the winning goal. So that was a shame. That's why I said that was part of ugly win, was losing like that. I mean, if you're going to go to extra time, you don't want to lose because you fell asleep and you let the fullback get to the ball before you when they were out of frame, right? That's an ugly way to lose. But then you had all the stuff with Rudiger and all that. So it was ugly, guys. It was ugly. And there's still another Clásico to play in a couple, not even a couple weeks now, less than 2 weeks now. And Real Madrid, of course, they have a chance to win and maybe win the league title, maybe win something this year. But it leaves a sour taste in your mouth this season. And the fact that Ancelotti is going to leave, things are just a little hectic at Real Madrid. And of course, I'm confident that Real Madrid will bounce back. I'm confident that, things will click and Mbappe will end up being a Real Madrid legend at some point. I've heard rumors of Rodrigo leaving. Hopefully he does it. But, just maybe some other acquisitions, someone in the midfield that could kind of replace Toni Kroos, because, we haven't been able to replace him since he left at the beginning or before the beginning of the season, right? But it's a shame how this match ended. I still think Real Madrid does have a chance in the league. They just really have to beat Barca and hope that Barca maybe drops one tie or a loss or something. Real Madrid has to pretty much go perfect during the rest of the season. Barca still has the Champions League. Honestly, I think they might actually reach the final because Inter is completely choking the league at this point. They had the chance to at least stay up top, level on points. They completely choked against Roma. Napoli took advantage of that, and now they're league leaders with only 4 matches left in the season. And I've looked at Napoli's schedule, and they have a more favorable schedule than Inter does. But anyway, so I think Barca at this point, they might beat Inter. And Inter was looking like they might beat Barca, but I don't think so anymore. Real Madrid, they just have the league now, which I would love for Real Madrid to win the league again. But it's going to be rough like this, guys, with the team just falling apart. Because at the end of that whistle, like I said, I had no issues with the ref. I really didn't think they did anything wrong. And just a reaction from the team, it's just a team that's frustrated. Guys that are frustrated, a locker room that's probably a little dysfunctional at this point. It's a shame. It's a shame to see Real Madrid like that. Like I said, I think they'll bounce back. I think changes will happen. And these players, I mean, these are all amazing players, guys. Like, everyone in this team is pretty damn good. Maybe except Ceballos. I'm just picking on the guy, but for the most part, like, everyone on this team is a fantastic player. They'd be starters pretty much anywhere else in the world, really, right? So it's a team with talent. It's just there's just some stuff going on internally, guys, and hopefully they can win the league, have something at the end of the season. I know they won the Super Cup, the UEFA Super Cup earlier this year, but talking about one of the big 3 trophies for a club like this. But anyways, guys, yeah, that was it. Real Madrid lost like that. Ugly loss, ugly everything. Anyways, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Y'all take care. Have a good one.